The Manifesto Accountability Week is an annual event here at the presidency, and we usually handle it around May. And why we do it in May is that we always wanted to celebrate the swearing in of our president, because the swearing in is always done around 12th May. Unfortunately, this year we had to wait a bit longer because Cabinet decided otherwise, and that's why now we are having it in November. However, the spirit and the principles of hosting it are still the same. We want to share with the citizens how far we have gone as a government in charge of the social contract, how we are doing as far as these commitments that are in the manifesto are concerned. It's also part of good governance that governments also reach out to people as a part of proactive move and be accountable and explain to people this is where we are, this is where we have failed, and this is how we are moving.
Honorable Minister and members who are here, I welcome you for the launch of this manifesto week. The Office of the President, through the Manifesto Implementation Unit, is mandated to track and monitor progress of the implementation of the commitments in the NRM Manifesto 2021-2026, and then the 23 Presidential Strategic Guidelines and Directive in all ministries, departments, and agencies and of government. Honorable Ministers, you are aware, recently a cabinet paper was presented to cabinet which showed how each one of the directives has performed, and we hope that this report very soon will come out for the consumption of the general public. In implementation of this manifesto, I wish to applaud various accounting officers who plan and budget for the manifesto commitments. I also want to acknowledge the role played by the RDCs and the district internal security officers, the Gombora Parish internal parish officers, and places like Karamoja, the Piso Parish security internal officers, in ensuring that they monitor the key government projects and investments in undertaking the local governments. And mostly by doing this, they employ the system of popular intelligence network. These have provided us with vital information to enable us easily perform our oversight function of monitoring and tracking the implementation of the manifesto. At the central level, I continue to implore my colleagues, the permanent secretaries or the representative of permanent secretaries, to continue prioritizing the commitments into their plans and budgets as indicated by the budget call circular and the national development guidelines. Office of the President is committed to ensure that the parish development model as our general purpose vehicle for extending government services to the citizens, stimulate wealth creation and economic transformation succeeds and thrives. The model also, among financial inclusion, will enable data gathering, promote areas based on enterprise selection, production and development cooperatives, markets and financial services development, infrastructure, and community mobilization and mindset change. This is very important because now we are having only, not even a year, when we are reaching the elections. And these elections, the president and NRM party will have a challenge. So far, what have you done since you started in 2021? So this is the time, really, to all government ministries, departments, and agencies to make sure that we pull up our socks so that by that time, the president will be taking just account of what so far he has done for the country, which will justify the need for having another term of another 5 years up to 2031.
So the manifesto, it is a blueprint, it is a package of policies. And let me emphasize, friends, NRM as a party, it continues to enjoy massive support and endorsement from every village, and there are more than 70 villages across the country. NRM, as far as I know, is the most inclusive political party in the history of our country, ever. To have presence in every village, 70 villages. It has never happened before, but NRM has. And for 6 successive elections since 1996, NRM has been receiving the mandate of the population to lead the country. This has been because NRM as a party is very clear, it has very clear principles, it has very clear core values, best rooted in our history, patriotism. And I think we take it for granted, patriotism. If you look at the history of Uganda, people of NRM is tested, is trusted, is committed to transform the country and lead it to stability, peace, and security. Consequently, in 2021, the people of Uganda elected NRM. Why? Because its manifesto, whose theme was to secure the future of Ugandans, clearly responded to the aspirations of Ugandans. And sure enough, NRM was elected. Now, the importance of this review is that in a multi-party political system, the electorates choose between manifestos. At the moment, the electorate has preferred NRM manifesto as a manifesto that responds to their aspirations. It becomes a commitment between the party and the electorate. I want to emphasize this point because as a party, we evaluate government. There is a difference between government and party. Out of these manifesto, there are themes, 5 themes, and out of these 5 themes, there were promises or commitments, and these commitments were 809. In other words, these are promises that the party put across to the electorate, and on the basis of these promises, the people gave the party mandate to lead the country. It is a social contract, and when we are reviewing it, we must answer the question, to what extent had the party fulfilled what it promised to the electorate? And logically and critically, come 2026, renewing the mandate of NRM to lead the country further must depend critically on how it has fulfilled the previous commitments. That's why this review is so important for us as a party.
I am here now in the capacity and representing the Right Honourable Prime Minister and Leader of Government Business in Parliament, Right Honourable Robinah Nabbanja. Honourable members, allow me to adopt the protocol as earlier mentioned. Dear country, women and men, I salute you all, and I extend greetings to you from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and National Chairman of the NRM Party. The NRM government began this political term in 2021, having won the general elections based on the aspirations that were made through the Manifesto 2021-2026. The Manifesto was aligned to the National Development Plan 3 and has guided government service delivery since then. The Manifesto 2021-2026 is under the theme of securing your future, and through the stewardship of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and NRM National Chairperson, the NRM government has implemented the Manifesto commitments in line with the 4 core principles of the NRM. And these are patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. A mid-term review of this manifesto was undertaken from March to August 2024, and a report was generated. This mid-term review report was considered and passed by Cabinet on 4th of November 2024. I am happy to inform you that at mid-term, that is after 2 years and a half, the NRM government has been able to achieve 35% of the commitments, while 49% of the commitments are on track to be achieved. In simple terms, if we attain the required resources as planned, government can easily realize an 84% achievement of the manifesto commitments at the end of the implementation period. I am speaking in the capacity of Prime Minister, Right Honourable Prime Minister. I direct all ministers and local government leaders in all various levels, including those within the NRM party structures, to spare time and explain to the citizens the progress made on the manifesto commitments within their jurisdictions and the strategies that have been planned, finalize implementation of the commitments that are ongoing and those that were indicated and not yet implemented. This has to be done across the various communications, media channels available. As the leader of government business, I would like to thank you, Ugandans, for the confidence you have in the NRM government. The government is determined to deliver on its commitments as we journey together on this transformation agenda in securing the future of Ugandan citizens. As I conclude, I would like to appreciate the Office of the NRM Secretary General, the Minister for the Presidency, and the Manifesto Implementation Unit, led by Mr. Bashasha Wills, for having spearheaded this activity.
Thank you.